Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Day here, and I'm back at it again with another story time. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's been forever. I keep making these gaps and saying I'm gonna be more consistent, but baby, I'm back and I'm about to be more consistent because I got a lot of story times to tell you guys. Why is it not focusing on me? Come on now, get it together. I got a lot of story times to tell you guys. I got a lot of tea to spill, etc. So without further ado, let's get right into the story time. Oh, before we do, let me go ahead and plug myself. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. All of that is in the description box below. Try to follow me on TikTok. If you're not gonna follow me on anything else, follow me on TikTok at the girl Tiny. Y'all, I know I had changed it to Tiny XL7, but the person who hacked my old TikTok, they changed their name, and I guess like so much time, like 90 days or whatever has passed, and nobody reclaimed that name, so they opened it back for me to change my name back too. So I got my name back. So yes, follow me at the girl Tiny on TikTok and Instagram. But anyways, this is the story time about, well, you guys see the title, that's what it's about. Anyways, let's get right into the story. Let's go. Okay, so this story took some time ago. So the only people that's gonna get names, there's gonna be other people in the story, but the only people that's gonna get names is my ex and his homeboy. So my ex, we're gonna name him. Okay, so we got Casper, we got Wendy. Okay, so me and Casper, we were dating or whatever, and one day he had asked me, can he use my car? And I was like, for what? And he was like, oh, I need to run a couple errands, yada yada yada. So around the time, it was like probably like 5 p.m. in the afternoon, not too late, but the sun was starting to set, so it was getting kind of dark. So I'm like, okay, but you don't have a license, and yeah, so don't be drinking and driving, don't be driving crazy. Yeah, because my insurance don't cover you, and you don't have a license, so if you get pulled over, the police gonna try to take my car. And we all know that men love to be like, oh, I'll help you do this, I'll help you do that, until the time comes and then they don't want to help you do it. So I was like, yeah, don't be drinking and driving, and don't be driving crazy. He was like, yeah, I got you, like I just need to run a couple errands, I gotta do a couple things for my kids. And he knew that was the way to get to me, was through the kids, because if you know me, you know I'm all about kids, I'm all about family, I'm all about all of that. So when it comes to kids, like I feel bad and I be guilted into doing a lot. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And so maybe like an hour later or so, I had to call him because I needed him to bring me something for my child. And I was like, oh my god, like, yo, I absolutely can't find this sippy cup. I need my car back so that I can go run to the store and get one for my baby, because the specific sippy cup that my baby was on was not at like Walgreens. Even though Walgreens was right on the corner from my house at the time, I just would rather go to Target or Walmart to go get it, right? He was like, yeah, just give me 1 second, a few minutes, whatever the case may be, I'll be right there. I'm like, no, for real, because, you know, baby gonna start getting cranky if that sippy cup ain't found. I said, I'm gonna continue to look, but I honestly cannot find the sippy cup. So he was like, yeah, I got you. I'm just running this last little errand, then I'm gonna come back to the house. I was like, cool. So maybe like some time had passed, maybe like another hour or so. So at this point, it's probably like 8 or 9 p.m. So I call him again. No answer. I called him again. No answer. And at this point, I was just ring, ring, click, hanging up, starting again. Ring, ring, click, start hanging again. And baby, it was starting to get annoying, to the point where after I started dialing it, after some time after I started dialing it, it was just ring, you have reached the ring, you have reached the, like I blew his back off his phone, so that meant I turned his phone off. So I'm like, that's suspicious, that's weird. So I called my friend up to vent. I'm like, girl, do you know this man is not picking up his phone? He has my car, and yeah, I can't get over there. And so I don't know what it is about me. I have this pride thing. I don't know why I didn't ask my friend for a ride. Maybe it's because she lived on the total opposite side of the town than I did, and she also had kids. So I didn't want to really inconvenience her to ask her, oh, hey, can you come all the way down here and either grab a cup on the way here and bring it to me. And mind you, she has kids, so who wants to get out the car with kids and do that? And at this point, it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I also didn't want her to have to come out the house, bring kids, bring me to the store, bring me back home, then bring herself to the other side of town. That would have been like a whole 2 hour or hour and a half travel thing for her in the middle of the night with kids. And I don't know what it is about me. Like I said, the kids come first. So I'm just like, I'm not about to bother her because I don't want her to have to be inconvenienced to come get me. Like, come on now, be for real. So I'm just really venting to her, talking about this nigga ain't shit. Like, why would he tell me he's gonna come do this and then not? And the whole thing is, I have this thing where, like, whenever I did decide to let somebody use my car, my thing is handle business first. Handle business first, and then you can go have fun. Like I said, I didn't mind him driving the car. It's just handle your business first, and then you can have that. Yes, baby. Y'all, let me get my baby something to drink. Hold on. Where was I? Oh, so yeah, you handle business first and then go do what you want to do. But anyways, so I'm just venting to her, just talking about this nigga ain't shit. I'm getting tired of his shit. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to be on my way out. Lying, obviously, clearly, unconsciously, but I was lying. But yeah, so I'm just like, Casper is getting on my nerves, and she's like, girl, I've been telling you to leave. Girl, don't complain to me. I've been telling you to leave him. Y'all, my friends wasn't shit. My friends was shit because they wasn't like delusional like me, and they was telling me to leave his ass. But it was just the way they was saying it. Their deliverance was making me want to stay with that nigga even longer. Like, oh, I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. Like, be for real. Coffee break. So yeah, their deliverance was hardcore. They didn't give a damn. Anyway, she was like, girl, I told you leave him. That nigga ain't shit. Ain't never gonna be shit. We never be shit. Mind you, Casper's her cousin. Y'all, Casper's her cousin. So literally, she's like, girl. And I don't know what it is about me. Side note, I don't know what it is about me dating my friends' cousins, but I learned my motherfucking lesson. I'll never do that shit again. But anyways, because they be warning me like, my cousin ain't shit. And I'll just be like, he look good though. But yeah. And oh, another side note real quick, my hair, y'all, go follow me on Instagram if you haven't, and go book with that boy. Go book with Rude Boy Ty, y'all. My hair, this is like the best hair I ever had, ever. But anyways, so yeah, she's just telling me like, girl, I don't want to hear it. So after a while, she was like, girl, I'm about to go to bed. I hope you get your cup. And I don't know, I still didn't say nothing about her taking me. I was like, yeah, you go ahead, girl. Take care of them kids. And you go night-night. So at this point, it's about 1 a.m.-ish. So I'm on Twitter and I'm on Snapchat ranting about this. And that's one thing about me. I used to put my business on blast on social media. I'm so glad I've grown out of that. And I'm very private now. But back then I used to really put my business out there, and it wasn't like every single thing. I wouldn't put like everything because there's so much shit I've been through that the internet has never even heard of until they follow me here. But it would just be like whenever I'm pissed, like, this nigga got me the niggas ain't shit, like shit like that. I was doing so many subliminals. I was on Snapchat talking mad shit. So my sis, does she really need a name? No, she don't. Not really. But my sis, she had called me. She's like, girl, what's going on? What you on? I'm like, yo, Casper over here got my car and ain't answering the phone, and baby needs sippy cup. And she was like, oh no, he got my baby up. Mind you, she's in Elk Grove, so she couldn't come out here in time. I mean, she could have, but it was 1 in the morning. Was she pregnant at this time? No, neither one of us was any type of pregnancy. Okay, never mind. So yeah, she was in Elk Grove at the time, so I didn't have her, you know, I didn't tell her to come or whatever. But she was just like, yo, what's going on? I was like, I'm finna lift to this mother store, because why this man not answering the phone and he keeps sending me to voicemail? And she's just like, girl, what the hell? She's like, no, you gonna have to stay on the phone with me because we'll be doing some weird shit late at night. And I was like, yeah. So I had requested a lift, and y'all, they cannot find me a lift within my area at all. Like, they couldn't find me a lift within my area. And so I was like, you know what? Let me put my shoes on, let me put my sweats on, let me put me a hoodie on. Let me get my knife and my taser. I'm finna walk to the store. So where I lived at, if any of my Stockton subscribers are watching, I lived downtown at the DMV. By the DMV, not at the DMV, but by the DMV. So I literally lived like I don't think it's 2 miles away. I want to look it up. Y'all, I really want to look it up. Hold on. Okay, so I lived downtown at by the DMV apartments, those ones behind the DMV, right? And literally Walgreens is like 1.5 miles away. So it's a 32-minute walk there. I just had to look it up. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's the lighting. My ring light's in the way. Let me see. Can y'all see that? If not, so it's 32-minute walk away, and y'all, mine just 1:30, 2 o'clock at this point. So I left my house probably around, I had to leave around like 1:45-ish. Only reason why I'm saying that is because of the following events. So it was probably like 1:45-ish, y'all. I started walking. So the way I walked was I didn't want to walk. I did not want to walk through the shadowy parts of, like, the bushy parts. I don't know how to explain this. So downtown there's like this waterfront area and there's a bunch of trees and stuff. So I didn't walk on that side of the street because I did not want to get snatched into the bush. Like, I don't know what it was about me. I felt like I was going to get snatched into the bush. So I put my AirPods in, well, I put one in, and I was on the phone with my sister. So she was on the phone with me the whole way there, and she was like, did you get there yet? So I got there safely. Like, first of all, paranoid as hell. Walking up the street is crazy. But yeah, I got there eventually, and I went into the store and I grabbed the cup that I needed, grabbed my baby a couple snacks, grabbed me a couple snacks, because at this point I am hungry from walking. I'm exhausted, I'm tired. So as I'm bagging this stuff up, my phone starts to beep. So you know the little, when you're on the phone, you hear that little clicking sound? Yes. So it starts to beep, and so I clicked over, and y'all guess who it is? Casper. So Casper had answered the phone or whatever, and I hear in the background Wendy saying, oh, it's my fault he didn't answer. I got this man drunk. I got this man this. I got this man that. Don't be mad at him. Be mad at me. Don't be mad at bro. Be mad at me. Bro, I'm mad at both of y'all, because why are you even in my car? Wendy, when did you get in the car? I said, no, Casper, you got me effed up. And why is Wendy even in my car? I never gave you permission to go turn up. I never gave you permission to do anything other than the errands that you said that you needed to do for your children. So why is it that you're out and about with Wendy? So Casper's like, babe, let me explain to you. I'm sorry. Like, my friends came in from out of town and I got sidetracked. Nigga, no, you knew. I don't care what this man said. He be knowing. Like, even if somebody comes out of town on a fluke, like, I was with this man for some time, so I knew. Like, it was probably like a year or two at this time. And so this man used to get calls all the time, and somebody be like, hey, I'm in town, but it'd be early in the morning, so it'd be enough time for you to plan your day out. So you knew. I'm pretty sure they reached out to you, whoever these friends are reached out to you ahead of time. You knew that they were out of town early in the day when you asked me to use my car. So why can't you just communicate with me like, hey, today my friends are in town, I haven't seen them in a while, do you mind if I go hang out with them, right? So I'm just going in on him. He's like, where you at? I'm about to get the sip. No, he said, I got the sippy cup. Where you at? I need to bring it to the house. I said, go ahead and take it to the house because I'm not at home. He's like, well, where you at if you're not at home? And I'm like, don't worry about where I'm at, because you haven't been worried about where I'm at for the last 7-8 hours, so don't worry about where I'm at now. He's like, are you out and about? Are you at home? What's going on? I'm like, I'm not at home. Click, I hung up. Click back over to my sis. So I'm talking to her. I'm like, hey girl, like, this man got the audacity to be calling me, and he know he done that. So why is he calling me now? She's like, girl, that man ain't like I said, all my friends knew this man was not shit, and they kept telling me, and I kept saying. But anyways, so he was like, I mean, she was like, yeah, that man ain't like, you need to leave him. Like, I'm sick and tired of him dogging you out. Like, he plays too much. Like, she's just going in on him, just calling him every name but a child of God. And I'm like, I'm just shaking my head and crying like, I know I need to leave, but where am I going to do it? No, I'm not. So this man literally sat and played in my face or whatever. So I buy the stuff. The lady's bagging it down. She was like, are you okay? Do you need some tissue? And I was like, yes, please. The lady gave me some tissue. She was like, do you need any help? Are you okay? This lady thought I was homeless. She didn't say it, but it was very much giving with the questions she was asking me. Are you okay? Are you going to a shelter? I know I have on sweats and a hoodie. I'm pretty sure my hair probably looked a mess. I probably had a beanie on. I think I had locks at the time. Like, I probably had a beanie on, y'all. Oh, spur change. So yeah, that's what it was giving. She was just like insinuating that I was homeless or whatever, and I'm just like, no, I live down the street. I'm just crying because I'm a little upset. I just grabbed my bag, grabbed my items, paid for it, and left. Like, be for real. So after all that happened, Casper just kept blowing me up, kept blowing me up, kept blowing me up, to the point where I was just like, hold on, sis. I finally took over and said, don't blow me up now. You weren't worried about me when I was blowing you up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Anyways, you locked it. Okay, go on the room. Thank you. Mwah. So, oh, my bad. Kids are distractions. This one needs to go to school too, so I could really record and get in my bag. But anyways, so yeah, I was just like, you weren't worried about me when I was blowing you up for hours and hours and hours. No money long. Like, don't blow me up now. Like, what's tea? So he was just like, where are you at? I'm finna come get you. I'm like, I'm walking home. Don't worry about me. I'm good. And even though I really wanted to take the ride from him, my pride just would not let me. I was like, you know what? I'm not asking this man for ish. When he come back, I'm taking my keys and he's never getting them back. So I'm walking down the street and I see him pass me up. So I told my sister, I'm like, girl, this nigga just passed me up. She's like, ew, like, is he gonna come get you? I said, I don't know, but I'm not getting in the car with him. So he circles back around the block and he comes and he pulls up and he's driving on the side of me. He's like, get in the car. So when I look in the car, I see two chicken-headed bitches in the back seat. I'm just like, the fuck is going on here? Mind you, it's Casper and Wendy in the front seat and there's two chick heads in the back seat. I mean, it wasn't chick heads, it was a bald headed, but I'm gonna call them chicken heads. Especially when I'll tell you what's at the end, what's tea. So this man literally was like, get in the car. I said, I'm not getting in the car. I'm not getting in my back seat. The fuck is you want? Why do you have all these people in my car? Everybody really needs to get the fuck out. The fuck? So I kept walking. So finally this man pulls over again. He's like, get in the car. So I slide up in the car. Casper gets in the back. Wendy gets in the back and sits in the back with the chicken heads. So Wendy and the chicken heads is in the back and I slide in the front and these two chicken heads is laughing. So I turn the fuck around. I'm like, what the fuck is funny? Because y'all can get the fuck out of my car. The fuck is y'all on? Like, y'all, I didn't give a fuck at these bitches. Because if I was going to jump, you know, nothing. Y'all not going to play in my face. So they thought shit was real funny. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck these little bald-headed ass, ugly ass, raggedy ass, dirty ass, dusty ass, crusty ass, messy ass bitches. I'm getting out the car. So I hopped out the car and I just continued to walk home. So I finally get home. No. Rewind back. Sorry, I'm skipping. So I continue to walk home. So when I bust the corner at the little waterfront thing, which is probably like 2-minute walk from my house, maybe 3, like a little 3-minute walk from my house, this man hops out the car and he's like, you're doing too much. Get in the car. You're embarrassing me. I'm embarrassing you. I'm embarrassing you. You have a man that did not authorize you to have my car. 2 chicken heads I don't know that were not authorized to be in my car. And I'm embarrassing you? Be for real. You're embarrassing me. You're doing too much. You need to get in the car. It's 3 in the morning. It's cold out here. So it's 3 in the morning. It's cold in here. Let me go home. Why are you stopping me? Why are you hopping me? Why are you doing the most? Showing out in front of your little dirty ass, crusty ass, messy ass, racy ass, slutty ass looking hoes. Why is you doing all that? It's like that. Them is the home. I don't give a who they is. I don't know them. I don't. So I continue to walk. I ignore him. I even cross the street so he can be on the opposite side of the street. And I make my way home. So when I make my way home, they're in my parking stall, smoking, chilling. And I go in the house. And who comes following behind me? Casper, raggedy ghost disappearing, reappearing. As I should have named him Houdini, doing this disappearing act like he got fucking magic. Casper gonna follow me in the house, and he's like, what is going on? Like, you're doing too much, and yada yada yada. And mind you, I know y'all probably like, where was the baby this whole time? Trust me, I did not take my baby outside. Casper's mom had came into town, and she was staying there, so she was there with the baby. So, and mind you, and the whole time I'm gone, she's like, how long till you get here, because the baby's crying. I said, I know he is, I'm so sorry, like, you need to take that up with your son, because I had to walk to the store, man. I'm coming back as soon as I can. You weren't gonna do it, somebody had to do it. Somebody gotta do it. Okay, anyways, let me wrap the story up. So he comes in there, he's arguing me down, and I'm just like, you need to take them bald-headed girls home, you need to take what did I name him, Wendy, home, all that. So he goes outside, so I follow him outside, and I was like, and this situation don't look right. 2 men, 2 women, what is really going on? I said, Wendy, I don't ever want to see you ever again in my face. So I mean, in my face, ever again in my car. So the next following day, or whatever, well, the next following day, he comes back home, he drops him off, he comes back home immediately. But the next day, like, it was really tense, and he had nothing to say to me because I was really livid. So when he finally did say something to me, he was like trying to like downplay the whole situation. He was like, those are my homegirls, like, now they're not gonna like, I don't give a fuck who don't like me. Your mama don't even like me. So do you think I really give a fuck if some girls like me? Be for real. The fuck is you on? He was like, nothing like that, them the homegirls. Yeah, I'ma spoil it because I'm about to tell y'all in the story time next week. Y'all, let me just go on and spoil it now. This was not just no homegirls. One of them twins, I don't know which one because I don't know how to tell identical twins apart, and I really didn't care to really look them in their face. But one of them twins, this man slept with. And how I found that out is a whole nother story time. But y'all, I didn't want to give them a name in this story because I might not remember for next week's story. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that. But get this video to, let's see, let's get it to at least 50 likes. 50 likes, let's do 500 views, and